Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today what I have for you guys is a brand new GTA Online video. As you guys know, it is Tuesday. That means tomorrow on Wednesday, we're getting the next event week previewed early before it actually drops on Thursday morning. And on Tuesday, I like to give you guys my reminder series of basically everything that happened over the past week in GTA, so that if you're kind of taking a break and you want to see what's going on before you miss out on this week, or say if you're brand new to the game, you heard about the weekly updates and you want to see what's going on so you can jump right in. Well, we're going to be talking about everything today, from the money bonuses, the weekly challenge, free rewards, discounts, removed vehicles, rare vehicles, the free vehicles for the week at the Diamond Casino and Resort, as well as the LS Car Meet, and a whole bunch more this week. So welcome back, and with that being said, let's get started. I'm not going to harp on it too long because this week I feel like no one really cared about the bonuses because there's really nothing to care about at all. But if you're curious on what's going away, we do have double money and double RP on the Madrazo hits. If you are a paying GTA Plus member, it's going to be 4 times this week because Madrazo hits were already 2 times for the monthly benefits of GTA Plus, and that stacks with this weekly update money bonus as well. But in addition to that, we also have double money and double RP on the Assault on ATT 16 adversary mode. So if you do want to play that, that's been double money and double RP for this weekly event as well. And then in addition to that, Extraction as an adversary mode in a game mode has also been paying out double money and double RP this week. So don't forget about that if you're interested. Not sure if you really care all that much because of the bonuses, but if you do complete 3 Madrazo hits this week, you will get the weekly challenge completed, which will give you $100,000. So keep that in mind. Jumping into our vehicle discounts for the week, as you can see right here, this is one of the first bottom dollar bounties DLC update vehicles that have been discounted. We do have the Balakin and Visage right here that is 20% off, or 25% off, excuse me. You can get it for $1,854,000. Next up, we have the Benefactor LM87. This is 40% off. You can get it for $1,749,000. Another absolute must buy in this game. Make sure to check out U4GM. They offer cheap GTA Online cash, handcrafted high-level GTA 5 accounts with lots of money, and even custom boost services with over 8,000 comments on Trustpilot. Check my link in the description and use my code HAZARD for 5% off. Next, we have the Grati Furia. This is also 40% off. You can get it for $1.644 million at full retail value with the discount, or of course $1.233 million with the trade price this week. Also on Legendary Motorsport in the 4-door section, the Gallivanter Baller STD is going to be a vehicle that is 30% off. You can get it for $1.2 million this week. After that, you can see we have the Kurtz 31 Patrol Boat here. This is 40% off. You can get this for $1,773,000 this week. And in addition to that, we have one more vehicle on Warstock you could check out. It is the HVY Barrage. You can get this for $1,272,810. Otherwise, you can get it for less than $1 million with the trade price. And then we also have the P45 Nakota on Warstock. You can get for just under $1.6 million or just under $1.2 million if you have the trade price this week. Now, in addition to all those vehicles, we have a few others that we have this week that are on discount, and they're removed from the game, so you have to get them from specific in-game vendors like I was alluding to at the beginning of this video. We have the Vapid FMJ, the Ubermacht Revolter, the Vapid Click, the Pagasi Torero, as well as the Karen 190Z. At the Diamond Casino and Resort, your podium vehicle that you can try and unlock for the rest of this weekly event, as you can see here, is the Fister Neon. It's actually a really cool car. It's an electric Porsche that's featured here in this game, or an electric Fister is the in-game manufacturer. It's a sweet car. It's got pretty good acceleration. It doesn't really have a super high top end. It's basically got the same top speed as the Coil Raiden. And the handling, I'd say if you slam the suspension, it's got some pretty good traction, but I reviewed it kind of poorly in my free vehicles guide from Saturday just because the tail was really sliding out on me a lot when I didn't want that to happen. But nonetheless, we are going to try and win another one of those Fister Neons here at the Lucky Wheel. I do this every single week. We try and spin the Lucky Wheel, see if we can get lucky together. Let me know if you guys unlocked the podium vehicle for this week. It looks like we're not going to get it. We spun right past it, but are we going to get 20 grand? Yes, we are. That's great. $20,000. The vehicle behind me you could see here is the Obey 8F Drafter, and this is of course your prize ride for this week. Hopefully you've been putting in the miles to try and unlock this vehicle. Normally it's going to cost you $718,000, which is worth it at full retail value, but if you want to get it for $0 this week, you need to complete the prize ride challenge, which is placing top 3 in LS Car Meet Series races for 4 consecutive days in a row. Honestly, this car has incredible performance. I reviewed it very highly in my free vehicles guide from Saturday, unlike the Fister Neon, which we just talked about. But The customization is also awesome. Braking, acceleration, top speed, handling, traction, drifting ability, all of that. This is like a 10 out of 10 vehicle. Definitely recommend you check it out. Also at the LS Car Meet, here we have some removed vehicles that you definitely don't want to miss out on. So let's go from right to left this time. This is the Vapid FMJ. This is probably the best vehicle you can get this week. Super futuristic design in this game. It's obviously based off that 2017 Ford GT. You get super nippy handling with this car. You get great traction. Top speed is 125.5 miles an hour. Honestly, slower acceleration for a supercar, but you still get great aesthetic appeal, high performance, easy to maintain control in corners, and that's thanks to its really like low to the ground, sleek design. Definitely recommend you pick it up. It is going to cost you, let's see what the full price is this week. It is $1,225,000. Now, mind you, it is 30% off, so that's why it's going to cost a little bit less. Next, we have the Ubermacht Revolter. This vehicle is also 30% off this week, so if you do want to check it out, here it is. Sports sedan, decent top speed, good enough acceleration, you know, good enough for urban driving, city driving, all of that. Doesn't really stand out in the racing category. You get nice controllable handling, respectable enough braking, but I don't think it's going to be the craziest vehicle, but it is a collector's item if you want to pick it up. Now, if you do want to get it, it is going to cost you $1,127,000 this week. And then we have the Vapid Click, 30% off, yet another removed vehicle. This is a muscle car in this game. It has roots that date back to the 1950s. Honestly, this car really surprised me with its impressive speed. It's got pretty good cornering capabilities. Of course, if you want to try and risk it and utilize the handbrake to get around a sharp turn, you can absolutely do that with this car. It's not going to be a top competitor in the muscle cars class, but it has a very unique driving feel. That's why I think it's worth it and worth picking up this week. If you're interested, it is going to cost you $636,300 this week. Here we are at Simeon's Car Dealership, aka Premium Deluxe Motorsport. Now, let's just go through all of these vehicles real fast. Once again, these are removed from the game, so that means they're rare, they're collector's items, things like that. So let's jump in. This is the Pagasi Torero right here. You get agile handling with this car. I think you can handle, you know, the traction, everything pretty okay, but the rear is going to step out on you a lot because it's super, super heavy, and so you're going to fishtail, so just keep that in mind. Durability wise, honestly not that great, but it's an older retro Lamborghini Countach, so I think that makes it a nice collector's vehicle. It's going to cost you $698,600 this week if you want to pick it up. Next, we have this Karen 190Z. Out of all these cars featured here, I think this is the best one for beginners, just because of the fact it's super easy to drive. It's got great handling. It's easy to execute tight turns, drift, maintain power slides, all of that stuff. You know, top speed, 110 miles an hour. It's not that great. The acceleration isn't that strong, but again, it's just super easy car to drive. The only thing is it costs you $650,520, so it's not necessarily a vehicle I would recommend to beginners as like one of their first cars to get. I just mean in the sense it's a beginner-friendly vehicle just because of how easy it is to drive and control, cost aside. Now, moving on, we have the Vapid Hustler. I don't like this thing. Honestly, not that great at top speed. It falls short in handling and braking. You can't turn with this car. This is a hot rod, so if you're a hot rod enthusiast, of course, it's a fun, albeit flawed vehicle. It's going to cost you $645,520 as well this week. But like I said, this is probably my least favorite car that's removed from the game and featured back this week. Another one of my favorites here is this Vapid Riata. Of course, this is excellent for off-road adventures. You get huge suspension travel, super large wheels. Ground clearance isn't incredible, but of course, this is going to excel in all sorts of rugged terrain. Pretty good against impacts, but you need to put those bulletproof tires on there because look at the size of these wheels. I mean, these are like 37, 38-inch tires, I think, maybe even more, honestly. Maybe he's rocking like 40s on here or something crazy. Then we also have the Dinka Thrust. Now, this is an interesting bike. It's got really good acceleration, really good top speed. It's competitive in terms of straight line speed, but of course, you know, it's not a Bati 801, it's not a Shinobi, it's not a Shitaro, it's not an Oppressor or anything like that, right? So it's not going to do well on twisty tracks, things like that. This is just basically a sport touring motorcycle that's based off of one of those Honda DN01s, and so it's going to cost you $75,000 this week. Kind of worth it because it's cheap. Here are our 3 salvage yard robberies for the rest of this week, of course, all the way until October the 2nd. We do have the Podium robbery, which is going to feature this Ubermacht Sentinel Classic standard range vehicle for this week. The Karen Everin is your mid-range vehicle for the rest of the week, featured in the McToney robbery. And then the Dubachi Champion is this week's top-range vehicle at the salvage yard, featured in the cargo ship robbery, but none of these are claimable. The 2 cars at Luxury Autos for this week are the newer Balakin and Visage that were released with the Bottom Dollar Bounties DLC update. You can see on the left side of the screen, and on the right we have the Canis Castigator. Both of these feature basically exclusive liveries. If you come to Luxury Autos and purchase this vehicle here, instead of off an in-game website, well, those liveries will come applied to the vehicle, and of course it's going to cost a little bit more than retail value because of that livery is applied, but at least you don't have to go to the shop and customize it further. At the gun van this week, don't forget about your opportunities for the baseball bat. We have the knife, the battle rifle, the minigun, the up and atomizer, as well as the compact rifle, the Draco. And lastly, don't forget about your weekly time trials. Your normal time trial is Fort Zancudo with a par time of 1 minute and 44 seconds. Your HSW time trial is Pacific Bluffs to Mount Gordo. And this week's premium race, if you are interested, is Congestion Charge, locked to the Supercars class and category. That's everything I wanted to discuss with you guys today. Of course, make sure to tune back in tomorrow for the new GTA Online weekly event news and information when Rockstar releases it. That's usually between, I'll have the video around 3 to 4 p.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow on Wednesday, and then of course Thursday morning I'll have the new weekly update guide showcasing everything in-game, how to complete the weekly challenge, etc., like we do every single week. So thank you guys so much for watching. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed, and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new and want to see more GTA content like this. Check me out over on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. Those are the best places to get connected with me outside of YouTube, and I will see you guys tomorrow with a brand new GTA Online video. Adios, amigos.